I have autism. Yeah, no shocker there, but that's what I have. In today's video, all right, let me just get to it. How my kings and queens doing? So I'm gonna talk about me having autism since I have ADHD. And before I get to it, disclaimer though, I am not a doctor. I'm not professional. I'm not a therapist. I'm not any of those people. If you have any symptoms or any signs of ADHD, go to a professional to do all that, because I'm not. This is just my experience and how I have it. So, disclaimer there. But there is two. I have autism, and there's two, and that is ADHD. And I have two, and there's two signs of those types. There's hyperactive and impulsive. And what I have is impulsive. So, what are the signs of impulsive? Well, there is many things, which that is twiddle with your fingers, or speak when out of turn, or thinking or not thinking before you act, and a lot of other things. And with me, during my journey, I do not remember much about my whole childhood of having ADHD, but I know there were signs of it. But all I can know is I was not a good kid, and I was kind of a child here and there. So like I was all over the place. I could not be in one place without doing something else. So all my life I didn't see any signs of it because I wasn't concerned about it at all during it. But during like a month ago, I did tell my father what. Actually, I asked him, what type of ADHD do I have? Because during the time I was here, during the time now at 18 now, I kind of asked vague questions about me, my family, and everything else. And then this one was about ADHD. I was like, do I have impulsive or hyperactive? And I asked him. He said, oh, you have impulsive. I was like, just like that? He's like, yeah. So I don't know when I got diagnosed about that. Probably like years before my age, like years. Or yeah, probably when I was born, or like very like when I was little, probably in kindergarten or middle school. Do not know. But yeah, I have impulsive. And I want to tell you my journey on how I got that. But before I get started, make sure y'all like and subscribe and hit the bell for more daily or weekdays coming your way. I'm doing a 7-day streak. So if y'all ever ask, I'm going all over the place, that's because I did not prepare a script. I did not prepare a script for this one. I didn't. Because what I forgot to tell y'all, and this is a part of it, of my journey, which I have for so long, is, well, what I have to say is, God, I just don't have a script prepared for this. I just don't. I was doing the 7-day streak, which I told y'all last video. If y'all did not see it, I'll put it up here, and y'all go find that. But I said I was going to do a 7-day streak, and then what I forgot to tell you about is while I'm doing that, I'm going to see what days that I can upload and what days I cannot upload. So I'm doing all that, and if I could, and I want to give y'all my conclusion now, because I'm going to do it till the end of the week until like I'll give y'all my conclusion of what days were better and what days were not better. So we're gonna go up there. But my journey. So when I was little, I was like a hard child, like a child that was everywhere. I was doing a lot of things that I should not be doing, which is, what would that be? Okay, well, if it means, well, I want to say I was an organized child. I was not organized. I mean, I was doing a lot. Like, I want to do a lot of things, like cooking, singing, dancing. But I did like to cook a lot. And my dad did do a lot of videos of me try to cook, and then I loved it. But there were so many other things that I wanted to do that I was not disorganized, and I was not a good kid too. I was not like book smart, you know. I'm still not book smart to this day, a little, but still not. But back then, I was not really that smart. Like I think I held back sometimes. Like probably just like once before, because my brother. Well, because the only way that I could have been higher. Well, I already graduated early, but I don't know if my brother had any, I don't know, like symptoms about me or anything at all. But he was in a higher grade than me because, well, he was born later than me. He was born way earlier than me, and he was such a higher grade than me. But I felt like because I got held back some few times, and that's why. But I don't remember much about my childhood, but I remember much about when I was like, I don't know, like 17 or 18, where I started to try to get more organized and try to like not twiddle my fingers or tap or distract or not spoke out of turn, because I don't know when I got diagnosed, but I just knew what I had though because of my father, because he had the paperwork. He doesn't know where it is though, but he has the paperwork. But I know I got impulsive, bro. I know I got impulsive because sometimes when someone's talking, I would have something on my mind as either be a question or a concern, but then I'll have to wait because as much as I'm about to say, I'm like, oh wait, but then I had to like cut myself up, like, wait, they're still talking. And what else? Apparently, also thinking without not thinking before doing it, because the thing is, I'll do what I'm going. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. Okay. Anyways, shoot. Sorry. Don't mind that. Do not mind that. But sorry. I'm just quiet right now. I'm trying to get what I've created right now. I'm trying to think before I didn't think. Oh yeah. And it comes to not thinking for acting, because I'll like do a lot of acting. I do a lot. Like I'll do this, and then when I did it, I do not think of the whole thing before I did it. I was like, oh wait, what do I do now? And what? And there were several more things about impulsive, but those are the ones. Oh yeah, and also memory and attention span. There we go. Those two. First one, I want to talk about memory. I do not have a good memory. My memory is awful, and it's like through the roof right now. So I'll be constantly trying to think about that one specific thing I do not remember, and then it will come later in like an hour, and they're like, oh, that's what it is. So memory is one of them, and attention span. I can be in something for less. I don't know. Okay, let me say this. Okay, I can focus on something that I am really interested in, or I just want to do, and then focus on that for hours. So that will be like studying, or that will be reading books, or that will be drawing, or that will be playing games. All those. But if I am focused on that, then there's like several other things that I'll be doing. So like say like, oh, I want to like go read, but then I'll go scroll on my phone, then I'll be deep in the scroll rabbit hole, and then for like 10-20 minutes, and then I'm like, wait, I was supposed to be reading. I could have been reading for like 10 or 20 minutes. But my attention span is not that good at all. But I'm getting there though. Just to remind you though, I do not have a script prepared for this. So I'm going everywhere around here. Everywhere it's not really. You know, I know you guys are gonna say, oh, you should have prepared a script for this. Well, I woke up late, pretty much today. I already woke up late and didn't do much and did not prepare a script for this. I was actually gonna say something to you, but I was like, let me just do this video so I can tell you, so y'all get the full context about it. But I want to say having ADHD does not ruin my life. I mean, it is in my life, but I have read and listened to other people when they were talking about their ADHD, and how they were going through it, because everyone ADHD is different and mine is different, especially because I was reading through, well, not reading, just listening to this one guy named Dr. Something. He was from a podcast that he was listening to. I'll put him in the link description so y'all can like learn about him and learn about the podcast I was watching, about the whole thing, about if you can overcome it, or is this going to affect anyone, or is this during genetics, or something like that. But during my ADHD, it was pretty simple. Well, it was hard, but it was also simple because since I knew more about my symptoms and my signs of it, because I'm like, oh yeah, I get that. Okay, I do that sometimes. I do that often. So I get what I have. I get it. Because I'm now up in the age of like trying to be more mature and understand more of my signs. And I want to get that diagnosed as well as quickly as possible. But I want to get the but from now on, but from now, since I do not have a job or do not have any type of money, I would wait until I get a job, and then I would like do an appointment so I can get that diagnosed to see if I actually have impulsive. But I know by my father, he says I have it, and by the paperwork, but I want to make sure I know the full thing about it. But sorry I made this video I'm sorry I just came out with this video out of nowhere. I just wanted to see, I just wanted to tell y'all what I have, and I'm gonna try to come up with ideas, and then one of it was ADHD, so I'll be like, okay, let me just create something like that, let me create that. So I created ADHD, so I just decided to do that because out of my symptoms, because from me, I have it different from y'all. It's different. Because now I'm like somewhere focused, and I am somewhere focused, but also organized in my work. Like, make sure everything's on time, make sure everything is up to date, make sure everything is up to par, everything. But I'm sorry I made this video out of suddenly out of thin air. I'm gonna try to come up with I'm gonna try to actually make a script for this so y'all can get the full thing. I can understand it, so y'all won't feel like, so y'all don't feel like, wait, he's talking about this, now he's talking about that, and now he's talking about this. Y'all don't feel like it's going everywhere. I'm sorry, I just did not have a script for this, because last one I had a script for it, but I did not have a script for it. But I'm gonna create another script. But this is my second day of streak. This is my second day. I'll try to have another script by tomorrow, and then we'll go from there. But I want to say thank you guys for just waiting and just wait patient for me for all that. And if y'all support this channel, and I want to say thank you for y'all. If y'all do support, just go check out my Patreon, which that is linked in the description. I upload process of the behind the scenes of how it looks and when it's gonna come and all that. And I have my other socials, so y'all can be up to date of if I post or not, or something came up and there's gonna be a little delay, and I have to post the next day, if not today. But thank you guys for listening. I hope you guys have a good night and have a good summer. Me signing off. Bye. Well, I'm a little late to the party of making my first fast food job that I ever had, and not being here to work there for 2 months now. Even though it's been longer than that, but I've only been there for like only 2 months, and yeah. But anyways, I wonder how are my kings and queens doing today? I'm sorry, I had to redo this because my last one was 20 minutes long, so we're not doing that. It's not going to be 20 minutes long. I'm trying to make this much shorter. So, but before we get into it, I want to say thank you guys for just being patient and just waiting out for me. And if y'all don't know the full contents to it, don't know the full thing, I have it up here somewhere that why I've been gone for like 4 months and all. And for you guys to get the full content and come back here and now realizing like, oh, okay. And before I get this, I want to do a streak, where if I could upload for 7 days, I want to see if I can upload for 7 days. I want to show y'all that I'm really dedicated and want to be consistent into this because this is what I want to do. But before we get into this, even though I said that already, make sure y'all like, subscribe, and hit the bell for when day or weekdays coming your way. But let's get started. So I started working when I was 17 years old. That was last year, and I worked at this place called the Chicken Place. That's what it was called. And the only hint I'm gonna give you is they close on Sundays. So if y'all know the place, then good. Y'all gonna go star for you. Go star. If y'all don't know, oh well. I hope y'all do your own research. But I worked there for only 2 months, and I got fired from the most basic thing that any human can get fired of. But before I get into that, I want to say my training was not too bad at all. The whole hiring, the interview was just like usual. Like how can you work with us? What can you bring to the table, or what can you bring to the group for everyone? You know, what do you do in your day-to-day life? Those type of interviews. But I passed it completely and got my uniform. Then started training. Training was like good. It was not too bad because this guy I want to shout out to him because he was the best training guy I ever had. Because this was my first job. Because we mostly talked about superheroes and the superpowers that we would have wanted. I like Spider-Man, just without anyone knowing. I just like Spider-Man. But we talked about it a lot, about superheroes and the whole comics and the whole thing behind it. And after we got done with training, because my training is checking on the chicken if to see it was molding or it was not right. And it was the easiest process that you ever do in your whole fast food at a chicken place like this. But after training, after that, we did the whole cleaning, the prepping, and what stage we're going to be at. And it didn't take too long, but then we did all that. So after training, it was my first day going there. And my schedule was either doing dishes, fries, or buns. But I mostly did fries and dishes. Buns, sometimes. And I did trash runs, and I helped out with doing the mac and cheese and doing the chicken, everything. So it was not too hard when I was doing that. And I did that for 2 months. Until my second month, that's where I get fired. That's where I get fired. But before I get into that, I want to say that the managers and the co-workers, they were all fine. They were all nice. I especially had this one girl. This one girl, oh, girl. When I tell you, when I saw this one girl, this girl knows me, just me. I know, when I saw the girl, I thought, is she 18? Or is she like in my high school? But then I wake up to her, I say, hey, how you doing? She said, hi, how you doing? I said my name, she said her name. I'm like, oh, okay, great. And then we started talking, and I'm like, oh wait, how old are you precisely? And she said, she was in her 20s. So I was like, I ain't catching the case right now. I ain't catching this case. I was like, you look like you're 18. He's like, what? No way. I'm like, yes, you look 18. Bro, I was about to get this girl go into a case. No, because it was cute. She was cute, man. I was like, okay, let me shoot my shot real quick. And then I come out to find out she was 20 while I was doing my job. I was like, what? We all got that one time we saw a girl that doesn't even look like their age, and then they come out, I'm 20, and they look like they're pushing 18 up here. And I'm like, oh well, that's just how they are. That's genetics, I guess. But then there was also this other guy. He was cool too. We don't really talk, but he was cool too. And I talked to other coworkers, and that was cool too. Dude, there was also this one lady that was showing me her tattoos or her story about it. I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. Ask her questions and all that, and that was all fine. And there was I just love the managers there. There was this one time when the managers were doing this like dance because we had an oven, so every time when it's done, it starts to beep, and then when it beeps at a second, and then beeps. And then my whole management was doing like a whole dance, like this is some. They were doing a whole dance, like this is some concert or something. They were like beep pose, beep pose, beep pose. They were doing all that. I was like, and I also got time to see how fast I can put the mac and cheese into into the freezer where it has to stay cool and all that. They started timing me. They're like, okay, Jaden, you're gonna see how fast you can put the mac and cheese into the freezer. I'm like, okay. And they said 3, 2, 1, go. And they timed me. And I did like, I don't know, like 3-5 minutes or something like that. I don't know. But I was trying to do it fast though, but carefully, but fast though. And I got named Fry Boy, and I just thought like that was nice. I got named Fry Boy, by the way, and that was all that. And I know it was that big deal, but to me it was. But anyways, I had a good time there. Everyone was good. Everyone was not too bad. But the part where I got fired. So I got fired because I was not doing good at listening, and then I overstepped some things. Like I was doing it ahead of time and then not doing how they wanted me to do. You know. So what do you mean? I mean like I was on biscuits for the morning when I got fired. I was doing biscuits and eggs, and I made another batch where they told me I was not supposed to make another batch, and I did. I made another batch, and so after I made that another batch, they said, "Okay, Jaden, you need to go do eggs because we told you not to do another batch." So I'm like, "Okay." Went to do eggs, but then I was taking a while to do that because I was doing it in sections where this section was in yellow and the other section was in white, and so. You know. So I was doing that, and then the managers called me up on it about, hey, you need to do this much faster, you need to do this instead. And then after a few more minutes than that, I got called to the office. He said, Jaden, come to the office right quick. No, okay, they need to talk to you. And then I was like, what do they need me for? I was not even scared too. I was like, I'm gonna get fired. I don't know. But then I went up there. They said, Jaden, you are terminated, and it was nice having you here, but I feel like you being here was not good for us. And I was like, all right. But the worst part was how we could tell my parents. And they were cool with it. My mother was like, why did you do that? They couldn't just like give you like a week off and for you to learn what you did and then come back? And I was like, I don't know. That's how they are. And I told my best friend there, because she worked there too. I was like, hi, bye. I'm getting fired. I hope you guys have a good day. But yeah, that was my first job. I hope this didn't feel rushed because I had to make another one like this one. But I hope I didn't feel rushed. And my best friend also told me that there was people saying something behind me, and I was like, oh, really? And then I was like, okay, oh well. The only thing I can tell him is, let God be with you. Let you be blessed. And let God punish you because you talked behind my back. And especially there was a girl that was named after astrology, and I was like, why? But I did question it. But I hope this didn't feel rushed. And that was my first time getting a job. And I hope to get another job when I'm up there with my mother. And thank you guys for supporting me. And y'all want to support the channel more, then come to my Patreon. That's where I'm going to post everything else, like how I post my socials. And I'm going to be more consistent on this. But thank you guys for waiting on me, and thank you guys for watching the show. I hope you guys do good, and I hope you guys do good in the future, and let God be blessed. Bye. Guys, you want to know why I'm smiling? Because I am excited to tell y'all this. I'm excited to tell y'all this story, and I'm excited to make this video because what this story is going to be about is about dreams. Man, everyone has dreams. You have dreams. I have dreams. Everyone has them. And you cannot tell me y'all never had that one good dream where y'all went to sleep and woke back up, and either it's night or it's daytime, but then y'all like, that was a good dream, and then y'all go right back to sleep. We all have those days. But I gotta tell y'all, half of our dreams were either cool, interesting, weird, or really questionable. But today we're not gonna be talking about y'all's dreams. actually, I want to hear y'all dreams. But I want to hear y'all dreams. What is the most, I don't know, interesting or like cool or questionable dreams you ever have? Put them in the comments. I want to hear them. But today we're gonna talk about my dreams. And disclaimer though, I'm gonna tell y'all a recent dream that I just had this morning, well, last night and this morning. And disclaimer though, this is gonna be bloody and a little bit descriptive. So if y'all do not like what I'm gonna say or you do not like what's coming, then y'all can skip ahead. So y'all can skip ahead around like 3 minutes into it because I'm going to be talking about it. But anyways, let's not waste any time and let's get into it. So, okay, oh, bro, I was excited when I was making the script and I was excited how I'm going to tell it. But anyways, okay, let's get into it. Okay, so there I was. I was just sitting, chilling, just doing nothing. I was just on my phone doing nothing, just scrolling on my social media. Which, by the way, y'all should be going there and following me on all my social platforms, link in the description below. But anyways, I was just going through all my socials and just chilling, just with my dog, and then me and her were just doing a great time. I would just scratch her head, just scrolling on my phone, completely chilling. But then after that, actually, now I'm getting into it. I may describe it more, so I will tell y'all somewhere where to just skip ahead if y'all just skip ahead because it's actually gonna be more than 3 minutes. So I'm gonna put it somewhere right here where to skip it. Y'all don't like it where I'm gonna talk about. But anyways, I was just chilling, scratching my dog's head and just scrolling on my phone, just chilling. But then I heard this morning or 2 days ago. This is a dream, by the way. I heard this. Today or 2 days ago, that there was something happening through the air where it was making all the dogs crazy and every dog should stay inside, and if any humans decide to go out, that will also affect them, but it won't go how dogs would do it, more differently, so someone like death. So I was like, oh, well, I didn't take my dog outside any day, yesterday or 2 days ago, or today, so we're all good. But then after a few hours, I took her outside. I'm like, oh wait, I forgot she can't go outside. But then, so I got scared. So I kind of ran into my room and then to do something. I didn't know what to do. But then I forgot. I left the back door open, and I was like, oh, what's gonna happen? And then when I tell you what I saw, if y'all can see what I saw in my dream, y'all will also say the same thing. What I saw in my dream at the back door, my dog was standing there, all fours, was just growling and staring at me. And then after that, it bolted. It bolted right at me. I did not know what to do. And then it just bit me right in the arm, bit me right in the leg. And then I'm died because I bled out. And then I woke up in my bed. And I was I rose up I rose up from the bed. Then I rose up. Jesus is good. I'm sorry. But anyways, I woke up and then I was like, what's going on? And I looked outside and it was still sunny, blue with clouds. And I was like, what? But then I noticed now that my back door and my front door was open. And then I'm like, what is going on? So I looked at my back door, nothing was there. Then I looked at my front door, nothing was there. But then I kept my both doors open so I could make sure that whatever comes in, I know and I see it. But then I'll close it, but I didn't do all that. So one dog came through the front, and I can't remember clearly what it looked like, but I know it was just another dog. And so that dog came, and then it bit me too, but then it was right on the leg, and it bit me somewhere else, on my leg, and I don't know, on my face. I don't remember it, but I know it was on my leg. And then I bled out, then reset time again, and I woke up again. And I was like, what is going on? But then it clicked. it was like a loop, like Groundhog Day. It was something like that, where there was this movie. I don't know much about it, but either I got it right. But it's where the guy dies and then comes back to life, but then he does the same thing over and over, and so he knows what's going to go on and what's going to happen, and that's what happened to me. And so I'm like, so I was like, okay, I gotta defend myself. So I stocked up on some sharp objects, and then when there was a dog that came back the back door. And then I was like, okay, I got myself, I got a sharp object, and now I'm going to attack him. And so I went to go attack him. He bit me, but I got him. Like, I hit him, like, right here. And I don't want to, like I said, it's going to be descriptive, so y'all don't like it, y'all can skip ahead. I'll put it up here where to skip it. But anyway, I hit him right here, and then he died, and then it was just right there. And I was like, oh my God. So I grabbed a trash bag, and I was about to clean some cleaning stuff too. But the thing is, there was no right substance on the floor. It wasn't. It was just gone. It was just right there. It was just the dog right there, just not moving. And then I put it in the bag, and then I was just chilling while the bag of the dog is in. It's right beside me. And then my brothers came in, just into the room. And I was like, y'all, do y'all not realize what's going on? And they were like, what? What do you mean? And so I told them about the whole thing, how I was just chilling with the dog, then this news came out about the pollution, the dog attacked me, I woke up, and I defended myself, and then the black dog, and then there's a black trash bag with the dog in it, and they're like, what? And then my brother, just when he came in, there was a dog bolting at him, and then just in time, I got the sharp iron, and then boom, I just sliced it. I sliced that dog. But absolutely, the dog was not moving, but it was limping. It was like, it was limping. It was limping, I tell you. And then it was going away. I was just about to make another strike, but then it ran away out to the front door. And then I don't know if the other dogs were there or they were about to come, but they all spread out and all went away. And I don't know what was going on there. But then after that happened, I looked at my brothers. Well, y'all, when I tell y'all, when I looked at my brothers, I looked at them like this, like, y'all, did you not just see what happened? They were looking at me like this, with the most coldest face ever to mankind. And I was looking at them like, what is going on with y'all? And then, boom, back to life. Yeah, I'm like, woke up, looked around, and then looked out, nothing happened, and my dog. And then I was like, what the heck just happened? Y'all, when I tell you, I was not even scared. I was like, I used to have dreams like that. But then I'm like, bro, what? This one was just really interesting because the reason why, because we will have something like this on the news or something like this will really happen. And we just don't know it. Like, there were things be appearing and then like 1,000 or 1,000,000 people will die because of that. And we just do not know it. And then we might be worried about it until it comes to us. But that happened, and I was, bro, when I tell you, that was the most murderous, questionable, and most scariest thing I ever dreamed about ever in my life. I don't know how better I could say this, but that's what happened. But more of the story is, make sure y'all listen and look out for anything that's unusual that could be a deadly threat to everyone. Put on social media, and they have not posted that yet, and they don't get a mind of it. But I'm telling y'all, that was the most scariest, murderous thing I ever experienced in a dream like that. But I want to say thank y'all, because we just hit 17. We're almost to 20. We just need a few more until we get to 20. And I want to make a note. If when we get to 20, subscribers, I would do anything y'all requested in the comment. I don't care what it is, I will do it. But because I can't really think of anything, so I'm gonna let y'all decide what I do when we hit 20 subscribers. So if y'all want to see that happen, just hit 20 subscribers. And y'all want to support this channel, just hit to my Patreon. It's all linked in the description, like everything else. But I want to say thank y'all for supporting me in everything I do. And I hope y'all have a good night, and bye. Guys, I am in some deep trouble right now, bro. I did something 2 weeks ago. I sent my cucumber to this girl that I thought it was cute. It was on the Riz app. And now she sent it to everyone on the white web. She said she's the FBI. She said she's going to do this and that. And then I'm like, oh God, what do I do now? She said, I'll leak your cucumber. And I was like, okay. And so I did. So she won't tell anyone. But now it's everywhere. What do I do?
And guys, I am just joking. Man, she thought she could pull one on me. But which she didn't. But anyways, I hope you guys having a good day, and I'm having a good day too. So I want to say disclaimer: I don't have I have photos of the person, but photos of the whole thing, I do not have photos of that. I just deleted it because I knew it was a waste of time, and I knew she was just playing. So, well, I don't even know that was her. I think that was just someone else. Let me just adjust this right quick. But anyways, I knew that was not her. But anyways. I don't know, but anyways, I just want to say that disclaimer that there's going to be some photos in here. So if there's someone that you know on here, please tell me, because she said she's done this and I have not seen anywhere. But I'm not really that scared of it because this already happened to me. I think like once before. I can't remember. Well, actually, I don't think that actually happened to me. I don't think that ever happened to me before. That has never happened to me because I can't really remember that happened to me except right now and this time. But I hope y'all have a good. But let's not waste any time and get into the story. But before we get into it, I want y'all to make sure y'all like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more week videos coming your way, because I'll be uploading on Mondays, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. And I don't have a designated time for it. It's just random, but I'll try to figure that out. But that's not a dilly-dally, and let's get into the video. So I want to say this happened. This happened on June 6th, 2025. How I remember it, because, yeah, like I said, I have the photos and all that, and this happened 2 weeks ago on a Sunday. So I was minding my business, and I was on, so we're going to, like, change the name of this, because I want to get, like, copyright or anything on this channel or anything in my emails. So we're going to call this the Riz app. We're going to call it the Riz app. So I was on the Riz app. I was just chilling, just scrolling, like swipe, like I was just on Tinder or something. Like I was acting like, oh, men, women, trans, no legs, no arms, doesn't matter. I was just looking for some friends. Not really a relationship, but I was just looking around, just swiping to see what I get. And then I see this fine girl. I was like, bro, when I tell you she was fine, woo, bro, she was fine. Right, bro, her skin, she looks like she was Hispanic, and I was like, oh, okay, I got me a little Hispanic. All right, let's get in there. So I texted her, and I was like, hey, how you doing? And not even after I said, how you doing, she said, HMU, and then sent me her number. And I was like, okay, that's kind of weird, but then it's gotta be that Riz. Anyways, but yeah, she gave me her number. After she gave me her number, then I texted her, and then I said, hey, how you doing? Like I said, I do not have photos of our conversation. Only on the Riz app, that was all it, but it was not much conversation. It was just, hi, how you doing? And then the number. But then on iMessage, I didn't message her on. I didn't screenshot the whole thing because I knew it was a waste of time, and I knew she was bluffing. But anyways, I said, hi, how you doing? And she said, hi, how you doing? And I'm like, oh, I'm doing good. How about you? And she said, oh, I'm doing good. And then the weird part is, she said, how you doing again? I'm gonna let that sink in, because that was weird, because why would you say that again after saying it the first time? But now I'm like, okay, that's weird. But then I have that in the back of my head. So I'm like, okay, this is weird. So that's a red flag number one. She repeated herself twice and thinking she did not said that again. So that is weird. So red flag number one. And so after that, I said, okay, I'm good, thank you. And then she started asking all these questions. And she was like, oh, what's your name? What's your birth? What's your address? Or what's your security number? And she started asking all of these questions. But she asked me about my name, age, and where I'm from. And I gave it to her because I'm like, well, Yeah, I gave it to her because I'm like, oh well, she wants my name, she wants my age. Oh, she wants to know where I'm from, so we get to know each other. Maybe we're from there, or she was from there, and now she lives here. But it was weird because she was like an FBI agent trying to interrogate me to ask, like, interrogating them to ask me what was going on. So that was red flag number 2. That was a red flag right there. Here, number 2. And she was asking me so many questions that an FBI agent would tell to intimidate someone. So that was red flag number 2. And after I told her about everything, then I think after like a minute, like after like, I don't know, like 5 minutes or so, then she asked me, oh, what you doing? I was like, oh, I'm doing nothing. And he said, oh, well, something's wrong. And then I'm like, oh, what's going on? She didn't say it like that, but she said, I want to do something. I'm like, oh, what do you want to do? And she said on the line, oh, I'm feeling something. I'm like, oh, what you feeling? And she said these 2 words that haunted me because I don't mess with it. I'm horny. Bitch, what the fuck? I was like, wait, what? Yeah, she said it like that, and I'm like, oh, okay. And then she's like, okay, you send nudes? And can you like send a cucumber or something like that? And I was like, no. And then oh my god, I must put the photo of what she looks like up here. I blocked out the eyes, so if y'all know her, then I feel sorry for you, and I feel sorry for her that she went through that, and whoever has it on her, whatever. I don't know. I'm so sorry for you guys. I'm so sorry. But this person starts saying, oh, I'm an FBI agent. Oh, I'm going to do this to you if you don't send me this. And then, y'all, when I tell you, it had my face, my number, and where I was from. But the crazy part about it, it had someone else's cucumber on it. It was not mine. It was someone else in the kitchen. I looked at it directly with the precision 4K glasses and eyes I have. And I'll say, that's not mine. So no one would believe this. Because it was, how do I explain it? Oh, it was this person. It was this. And then it was in a kitchen. And I was like, whoever has that and try to claim it that is mine, they're not going to see the life, because that is not me, clearly. So she said that she started counting down like 20, 19, 18, 17, and I keep telling them, do it. And they have all of it. They start showing my photos on my Instagram, my friends, and then blah blah blah, and I'm saying, do it, just do it. And after that, I just deleted it because it was a waste of time. And so that was the time that person was trying to blackmail me, but did not, because they have my photo, they have my name, they have my where I'm from, they have my number, but they do not have my cucumber. She has someone else's. I've had to pass it off like it's mine, which is not. So nothing happened after that. It's been like now 2 weeks. It's now June. Yeah, it's on the Sunday, June 27th. And that was on the 6th, on July. My bad. I want to say June. I meant to say on July 6th. This is July 27th. Nothing has happened for 2 weeks. Nothing happened. Or nothing I saw. But y'all can find something. Please tell me in my social media that I have a link in the description, in which y'all should go follow by the way. But make sure y'all tell me if y'all ever find anything. But I know there was nothing, because I went everywhere and I looked everywhere and I still see nothing, and all my pages were still unlocked and I can still access it. So the moral of the story is, do not send any like peaches or cucumbers to anyone that you know that you think you like. As long as, I should not say that, but I should say do not send it to anyone you do not know. Just because you say you like them, but you don't know what they look like. Just because you saw what they look like, you don't know what they look like on the video. So do not send any of that to anyone. Either you like them or trust them. Do not send it, because it's bad. That's going to ruin you and your reputation and also your whole life, and that can did not cause serious injuries to you or to anyone else. But I hope y'all doing okay, and I hope y'all having a good day and a good night. And make sure y'all go follow my Patreon and follow my social. That's all linked in the description. You want to support this channel and see it grow over time, and like this year or over the other years. Make sure y'all sub and follow to those. And I hope y'all have a good day and a good night. Bye.
Hello, how's everyone doing this fine night today? How my kings and queens doing? Man, I'm sorry about I have to not have to do a new video. You don't even know what's in that long, but I had to do a new one because, well, I'm sharing a room with me and my brother, and sometimes some people like to come in and just do something and all that, even though it's for a quick second. I try to get used to people come in here while I'm trying to record. It's not like I tell them, hey, I'm going to record, but which I should tell them, but I don't say nothing because I'm trying to get used to it, but I need to do that. But anyways, I wanted to start telling y'all that. Well, that, and also I want to call y'all my little kings and queens, or how my queens or kings doing, but I prefer to do it kings or queens. How y'all doing? Because I feel like it fits all well, because that's how I named my last channel. I mean, it's the same one, but this is how I named it. Because last time it was like Loyal King, and then it was Loyal Cole, but now it's Don's Worlds. So yeah, but I feel like it fits up pretty well. But let's get started. Wait, before we get started, have y'all clicked that subscribe button? Y'all didn't. Y'all should go check that out and subscribe. And make sure y'all hit the like and hit the bell for more daily things coming your way. Only got 2 more days until it comes to my conclusion of which days works out. I'm on my 3rd streak? No, 4th streak now. No, 4th streak. I don't know. I was trying to keep track of it, but I'm on my 4th streak now. If I got that right. But I'm gonna talk about the things I hate. So many things I hate, but I'm gonna be talking about 3 now because I got a bunch of others in which I was thinking of doing a part 2, but I don't know about all that yet. So, but we're gonna do with the top 3 things I hate, and I want to get a show of hands if anyone feels like if they relate to any of this or they get hate from this, like any raise of hands. Just me? Okay. Alright. Anyways, but let's get started with this. So I want to say the first thing I hate, Ben hated this and everyone can relate to this, is the heat. It's so hot outside. I cannot tell you how many times I be sweating so badly when I go outside, either walk the dog or take a walk. I don't know what it is, but it won't be that hot. It will be like 87 or 90 or almost 89 degrees, and then I'll be walking and then I'll start sweating out of nowhere, and I won't be wearing any dark clothes, and I'm just like, what is going on? But I feel like because I just sweat bad a lot, just because, or because I speed walk a lot, which I do. Like I speed walk to get everywhere. Like I go home or go to school or go to a place. I'll just speed walk. I don't know why. You're not asking why. People ask me, so why do you keep speed walking? I cannot give you a proper answer. I'll just tell you, I just do not know. I just speed walk just like that. But do you guys ever feel like the temperature is rising every 5 or 10 minutes? I just want to see if y'all relate to this, because like anytime it will anytime it will say like 89 degrees and you put the phone away, and then 5 or 10 minutes later it would say like 95 or 96 degrees, and you're like, and I'm looking at this phone, right? And I'm looking at my phone, right? 96 degrees. I be questioning what is going on up there. I wonder who's in charge. I don't know if it's God. I don't know if whatever. It's just, I just get concerned of how hot it is and how that changes a person. Like, you gotta realize how hot it has to be for someone to get mad. Like, you'll be having a good day, and then the heat just hits you like a truck, or a plane, or maybe a cruise. And then you'll be all mad. You're like, this is the worst day of my life. And I just don't get it. I mean, I get mad here and there in the heat, but I just don't understand people go on full rage because of the heat. And I'm just like, that heat's got to be doing something to our brains to make us feel like this. Because I do not get it. I don't get it. But at least whatever. I hate the heat anyway. But what else? Oh yeah, what else was we supposed to talk about? Oh yeah, not asking things. Look, there's a lot of things I hate. There's a lot of things I hate, and if it's one of them I hate is leaving something that I saw you did and you did it. Like, you saw it and I saw you and you did nothing about it. I'm actually get mad because one, how are you just gonna leave something there after you saw it and I saw you did it, but you did not look at me? But I saw you did it and you know you did it and you just walk away and let someone else do it. That's like, I don't know, that's like having a spoiled child, like a spoiled child just spilled milk on the floor and then not cleaning it up, and just walking away and then letting their maid do it. I just get so mad at that because, like, why? Because I'll give you like an example. Because there'll be like someone that, let's say, I'll just be minding my business, like, I don't know, like on my phone or on my laptop, just like doing some SAT work or like work or something. I don't know. And then I just see someone that would just, I don't know, tip over something, look at it, and I'll look at them, but they didn't see me. But they're looking around like if anyone else saw, and then walk away. And then let someone else pick up the mess. I just don't get that. It bothers me when anyone does it. I mean, I get mad at it, but I don't get too mad at it. Sure, I'll be like, get mad at you, and then like, are you gonna pick it up, or are you just gonna leave it there? But it's whatever. It's just, it's like, also, let me give you another example. It's like when you do that, it's like you saw a murderer just kill someone. You saw them, they didn't see you, they ran off, and then you saw the murder happen. It's right there, and you just walk away like it's nothing. And I'm just like, sir, ma'am, you better call the police, or better yet, you're gonna be my next murder case, because how are you just gonna watch a murder and not do anything about it? Why? But I hate that. And the third thing, ooh, this is gonna, like, I feel like y'all gonna say something so much in the comments or gonna go off on me because of this one. But this one just makes me mad because it's because of a certain sound, or it's just because of just sound in general. So what I mean is, if you haven't guessed it, because I said it's literally like twice already. Sound. So I do. Okay, look. Before you say that, before you guys say something, let me explain myself. Look, I do not know what it is, but it's just when I'm in a quiet environment, like I'm in my own circle, and I'm just chilling. Like, I'll be typing away, or I'll be scrolling away, or anything, or reading. And then I'll be like hearing like a tap, or page flipping, or a talk, or a whisper. I don't know. It's just, when I just hear sounds, I get mad. I get furious because it makes me want to go over there and just tell y'all to shut up and let me be quiet, because I've been hearing them talk about you gotta be in a quiet environment. You gotta be in your chakra. Like, yeah, bro. Yeah, you gotta be in your chakra. I don't know what that was. But I mean, hearing all that, I'm like, okay, let me try it. And I do it, and it ends up terrible. I just don't like being in a quiet environment. I like being in a quiet environment. It just there's some pros and cons being in it. And my con is I just can't be in it because I know I would get mad at the slightest sound, and it won't be it's not going to be much of a big problem. Like you could be sitting down, and I could be sitting down, and you could be just doing something, and you just see me holding my pen or holding my pick so furiously because I'm thinking of your next murder, of how I'm going to do it. I'm not going to, but I'm thinking. You just think, why is he so mad? Probably something happened at work or something. But no, you want to know why I'm mad? Because you're making this tapping sound, and then I want to kill you so bad with this. Then calm down. But yeah, I just get mad at that. But it's not too bad though. Okay, but I'm sorry. I have to wrap this up for this one because I said I was gonna make it 3. Why I get mad, and then I was thinking having a part 2, but I don't know about that one yet. But I don't know what's gonna come up. But whatever comes up, it will come up, man. But we're on our 4-day streak, and I'm actually really depending and really consistent on this thing because I really want to like finish it and then give y'all my conclusion in the 2 days of which days will work out and which days I will post or not post. I know I said Sunday I will post and Saturday I will be my rest day, which that rest day I will upload which days are good for me. But I want to say thank you guys for watching and hope you guys enjoyed it. And if y'all support this channel, and y'all do, make sure y'all go support my Patreon because that's where I'm going to upload the behind the scenes about when the next video and a bunch of other stuff, which I would come up soon later. Do not know when, but soon. And I'll have my other socials. And thank you. But just still thank you y'all for taking the time to watch this. And I hope y'all do good. I hope y'all have a great night and a good summer. And thanks for watching. Bye.
Sleep is the #1 greatest thing that mankind could ever invent. Too bad I'm actually trash at trying to manage my sleep every day. Usually I was so good at trying to sleep, like sleeping in, like around like 8 or 10 or 11. Now it's like 2 a.m. or 4 a.m. because I don't know, I get into the deep hole, a rabbit hole of scrolling. The most #1 thing that I am facing trouble on. I get way too busy just scrolling where it's become like Instagram, TikTok, X, or any other page that involves me just scrolling. I don't know what it is. It's just my FU page is just full of funny, sad, or music that I just like, and I just play that for all day, until like 2 a.m. and then I think like, oh, well, it's time for me to go to sleep, and then I still don't go to sleep, and then it hits 4 a.m. then I go to sleep, but then wake up because I could not sleep, and then I'm on my phone again, and then it's like 5 a.m. and I finally go to sleep. And then I wake up at 2 p.m. Yeah, not a very good sleep schedule. Not very good. And I miss the old days. I miss the old days, man. Where when you're like a little kid, and then you go to sleep around 8 p.m. And then you just magically in your bed already. And you just ask yourself, how did I get here? Did I just magically was it sleepwalk? No, I don't have that. Was I diagnostic with one? Nah, I could not be that either. But yeah. But I missed that. But I took that for granted. I can't even say I took that for granted. Because I don't remember when I last slumped as a kid. I cannot remember. Because I remember a lot of other things that I remember when I was a kid. But that one, I don't remember much from it. And I would not be making this if I didn't say there's like some things that just I cannot sleep. I just could not sleep during that time, where it has to be, I don't know, it has to be like, I don't know, alarm clocks going off, I wouldn't say that's much of a big bother. That's not really a big bother. It's only a big bother if, I don't know, I'm at your house and there are a lot of things going on. It's not a bother if I either a lot, if I go there a lot, but then if it happens more and more times, then yeah, at that point, just turn off all those alarms, because none of them are even important these days. Those alarm clocks are not important. And I'm supposed to be sleeping. Well, I'm supposed to be sleeping like 8 hours ago, but I was telling myself I need to make this video. I even told myself like around 4 p.m. I was supposed to make the video, because I was trying to like figure out what to make. And I was like, what video can I make? And I was like, oh wait, I can make sleeping, because I suck at sleeping, and sleeping is the #1 thing that has on my mind, and it's troubling me. So I was like, okay, let me make a video. But then now it's 11 p.m. and I'm making this. I am so sorry that I am making this video so late, and I make almost all of my videos so late. I always have a good time to make the videos. Like, either make it now or later, but it's always never later. It's like, I need to make it now. So I always go with the later than now, because I'll have a video, and then instead of like putting down the video title and then like making a script, I say the title and then go out on my day. But then at the same time, I'm like, oh wait, I need to make a video, and now think about the title, then think about the script I'm gonna say, but not type it down. I'm actually just gonna YOLO it and just say it. But then it comes out mixed up. Like, I'm talking about this, and then I'm talking about this now, and then I'm talking about another thing. And you're like, wait, now I'm confused. You were just talking about this, and now you're talking about this, now you're talking about that. It gets all mixed up. I get it. But I just suck in my sleep schedule right now. But like I said, sleeping is the #1 thing that ever the mankind can ever make. And I love it. Too bad I'm absolutely trash at that, because I suck at it. But I'm sorry I'm making my videos so late. I'm trying not to do that. And I'm trying not to make my videos so long. But I just hope y'all have a good day. And I hope y'all had a good day, because I surely did, but surely did not, because I woke up about 2 p.m., but that doesn't matter. But I'm trying to fix the sleep schedule. I wish I could like wake up earlier, but I have to wake up earlier. Which I'm going to be making something like a little, well, no, I'm not going to be making anything, because this is going to be like a relaxed trip, but I will be posting it on my social where I'm at and what I'm doing. So, but I just hope y'all do have a good time and a good day. And I'm sorry for this so late, but thank you guys for all your support. And for y'all, if y'all want to support this channel, that it keep growing, y'all can support my Patreon, where I have everything else on there, and all my other social that's linked in the description. And thank you for listening. Hope you have a good day, and good night. Bye. I like reading. Reading is so enjoyable. It's nice. It's calming. You don't gotta worry about too many things when it's coming to you. But when it comes to you, but when it comes to imagination, you let your mind wander. Like, you close the book and then you just close your eyes and then imagine what you just read into a scenery, and then you just create it. Why am I about to talk about this? Because 2 years ago, I read a book, because I was in class. The whole class. This was 2 years ago. I was in class, and then I read a book called The Mice and the Men. And I'm sure all y'all have known what this book is. If people know me and know which school and know who I am, y'all know which book I'm talking about. But people that do not know The Mice and Men. Okay, it's about these two ranchers that go out and to try to find like a job, like to do something. And I forgot one of their names. Well, actually, I forgot both their names, but we're gonna call them Steve and Bill. So we're gonna call him, so there's a guy named Steve and a guy named Bill. Bill is the dumb one. Steve is the smart one that knows what to do and knows how to communicate. And while Bill does what he does, and Steve trying to get him out of trouble and all that. But mind you, Steve is not strong at all. He's strong, but not strong enough to try to kill someone with his hands. But Bill, on the other hand, he is strong enough to like hug you, and then you just completely erase from his existence. But then there's his wife. There's this other guy's wife, in which she is an HOE, and she is going around trying to get Bill, and then Bill cuts her off from existence. But anyways, I'm not trying to talk about that. If y'all don't know what the book looks like, I'm gonna put that up here to show you what it looks like and what's the name of it. And there's a movie of it from the 1992 and all that. But anyways, I'm here to talk about. I had a teacher that was it was not like what the book was. It was not exactly what she did from the book, but it's just what she said in class. Okay, but anyway, before I get into it, I hope y'all like, subscribe, and hit bell icon for more weekly things coming your way. And all my socials and all my Patreons will be all linked in the description. And for any and also tell me in the comments if you ever like read the mice and the men. I want to see y'all comments about that. But anyways, that's not dilly dally, and let's get on to it. But okay, so this was 2 years ago, back in 11th grade, when I read of the mice and the men. But then last year. Okay, I'm sorry. Last year in the 11th grade, in the 11th grade, I had this one history teacher. She was this tall, white, disheveled lady that looked like she was about old enough to not be working here anymore, and should not be. But anyways, I had this one history lady, and we were just teaching about history, about the whole civil rights, about the Great Depression, about World War I, World War II, about 9/11, and a whole lot of other things. And I was like, okay, these despite my interest, but I already know about it and what's gone down, about the British, about the Americans, about just a lot, okay? But anyways, during this one, we were talking about slavery, in which everyone already knows about slavery. Everyone knows about slavery. Okay, alright. About the masters doing this to the people, and then these people came up to the master, and then did that, and then they're free because of Abraham Lincoln and all that junk. But anyways, we were talking about slavery, and my teacher brought up about the cotton field, and she was telling about, so this is where all picked up cotton and then gave it to the master, and then he did all that he collected cotton. Sometimes you have to, so they can get back to work and not dilly-dally and all that. And then she asked us, have y'all ever seen a cotton field before? And I was like, okay, nothing weird about that. She's asking if y'all never seen a cotton field before. And then she said, have y'all ever picked up cotton before? And I'm like, bitch, what the fuck? I was like, wait, what? She's like, yeah, how y'all picked up cotton before? And I was like, okay. And by the way, this is the same teacher where she told me about my pick, because I have a pick. It is this pick, and then she gets on to me when I do this. Like when I do this, and then she gets on to me about that. It's like, Jaden, can you put your pick away? I'm like, yeah, sure. But then I take it out sometimes, I forget, and then I just pick it out because my hair is always in a mess, and then I have to pick it out. But then she said, Jaden, I had to tell you again to stop picking your hair. And then again, I did it again. And she said, okay, Jaden, I had to take away your pick. And I'm like, you're not taking away my pick. Because, first of all, if you take away this pick, I could just go buy a new one. Like, there's endless supplies of picks. So I don't see why you're gonna pick. I don't know why. You're not gonna do anything. And then she said, well, I gotta call one of your parents. And then she said, I gotta call your mother. And I'm like, I still remember this. And I asked, which one? I dead freaking told her, which teacher? I told her which mom, which moms? Because I had a stepmother and I had your own mother. But then I told her, wait, which mom you gonna call? And then my friend was like, and she's like, whatever picks up. And I was like, okay, have a good day with that. But that was the day I told my stepmother about it, and she's like, well, I told my stepfather about it. Oh, well, no, I told my father about it. I don't know why I said stepfather. I told my father about it, and he said there's no problem with that. Like, I don't see a problem. That's like asking how y'all went on a plane before, or have y'all ever went on a bus before. And I'm like, that's not the same. That's not the same. And I told my mother about it. She's like, yeah, that's weird. Weird, because why would she ask that? And I told her, my dad said, she's like, that is not the same. That's not the same. Hey, you're asking someone have you been on a plane or a bus before, but have you ever asked like a whole group of people that's black or white or Hispanic asked have you ever picked up cotton before? No one asked that question. No one asked that. So that's why it's weird. But that happened to me like a year ago in 11th grade. I still remember that. And I hope that teacher's doing well, or she's not. I don't know. No, but still, she had no right to have to say that. Never had no history teacher tell me that happened to me. Never had a teacher that told me that. But that's it for today. And sorry this had to be short, but sorry it's not even short. But anyways, but I hope y'all have a good night, and I hope y'all have a good day. And like I said, all my socials and my Patreon is all this going to be linked in the description. If you want to support this channel and support my Patreon, all of it is linked in the description. And I hope you have a good day and a good night. Bye.